Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will be covering how to make forms and do some validation with forms in Flask. So there are other form libraries like flask-wtf forms which allow you to make validation, but this is a non-object oriented version and it's a lot simpler and less code heavy. So a funny story is I actually recorded this video before and my microphone was turned off when I checked the recording. So what we want to do first is let's create a new template called login.html, and I'm not making the HTML tutorial, I'm gonna keep saying that. So let's call this Flask shop login. So I'm also just going to be saying that if you guys are new to Flask, make sure to check out my other tutorials. In this entire series, we will be building an e-commerce site. So make sure to check out the first video because that's a project setup and a project showcase. And also make sure to check out the second video, the one on rendering HTML templates, because that will, that's actually really useful to run Python code in Flask. So without further ado, to create a form in your HTML, you want to create a form tag over here. The action you can leave as hashtag, it's not that important, but what is important is using method equals post. You don't need this enc type. So I'm gonna be using Bootstrap as the styling for this, so if you guys don't understand what I'm doing, I'm just adding Bootstrap classes. So I'm gonna create a form group over here. So let's do a dot form group mp3. This will just provide some spacing. So we're gonna make a login page first. That's why it's login.html. So for login, we're gonna ask them to log in with their email. So we're gonna create a text input. So input type text, and then class is form control name. We can have this as email. Make sure to memorize the name because the name is really important. So also create a label dot form control label for email. Make sure the name and for are the same. So I'm gonna copy this, and we can have this password as well. Then we can fill in the label, so password and email. And we're gonna create another form group, and we need a submit button. So we're gonna add another input, but it's not gonna be text, it's actually gonna be submit. And the class I'm gonna use is a Bootstrap class, btn primary. Make sure we spell that correctly, and the value will be login. And I also think we should have a title over here, so legend dot border bottom dot mp3 and login. And I'll just add some styling for the form as margin 3, padding 2. So let's create a new route for this and check if it worked. app.route/login, and we're gonna create a function def login, and we're gonna return render template login.html. So let's run the code. Let's copy the link over here and let's paste it in our browser. So let's go and do /login, and I haven't added the Bootstrap CDN yet. So you guys can just go to Bootstrap, get started. You guys can copy the CSS as well. You guys can copy the JavaScript, but that's not needed. And as you guys can see, now we've got our forms over here. So now to get the form data, we're gonna have inside our app.route, we're gonna have method equals to, make sure you have get and post, but we only need post for this. So basically the post request method is basically when the web page, the HTML, over here is posting data to our backend, so our app.py. So make sure you guys also have request imported over here. So we want to do if request.method double equals to post, and then let's do email equals to, then you want to do request dot form email. So how we got this email is when you go into login, it's the name over here. So we've got email, and we can make password as well. And then I'll just make a return to check if it's working. Return email password. We don't need the dot format. I'm using Python 3.9 by the way, so I can use f-string and all this cool formatting. So let's go check this out if it worked. So I'll put an email and a password, and as you guys can see, it returns the email and the password just like that. So now I'm gonna make some validation. So let's say you want first, before the validation, I think we should create a register page. So I'll just duplicate and call this register. So we have an email, but we should also probably add username and a confirm password as well. Confirm password, and then the name will be c_password. So we can copy and paste this for register. There won't be that much of a difference. Register. So let's also get the username and the confirm password. So in register, I'm gonna change this to join today, and instead of login, it's gonna be create account. So we're gonna create some validation. So let's say you want your username to be over 2 characters but less than 20. So we're gonna create a function with def, and this is gonna be called check length, and then the argument will be username. So we'll do username length equals to len username. So this basically will get the length of the username. So we'll do if the username length is greater than 2 and the username length is less than 20, then we can return passed, and then else. So we're gonna import something called flash over here. So we're gonna do else flash username is too long or short. Please make a username less than 20, more than 2, and less than 20 characters. And we're gonna add a category over here. So I'm gonna make the category danger. It's a bootstrap class for an alert. So to run flashes, you need to have a secret key for your app. So right below app, we're gonna create a secret key with app.config, then square brackets, and then all caps, secret key equals to, and then you want to add a secret key, but I'll just add some random stuff over here. So we can run, instead of all of this, we can do, instead of this return, we can do, so check username length equals to check length username, and we should also check if the password and confirm password are equal. So we're gonna do, let's go up, def check password, and instead of username we'll have password 1, password 2. So we'll do if password 1 double equals to password 2, return past, and else flash passwords don't match, and then we'll have danger as well. So, and then we'll have check password equals to check password confirm password. So then we're also gonna do if cul double equals to past and cp double equals to past, then we can flash logged in, and then it's actually created account, and then the category will be success. So the flash messages in Bootstrap, it's actually complicated, so I'll just copy something from my previous code. So I've copied this from my previous code, and it's a bit complicated, so I'll explain it right here. So in my previous tutorial with rendering HTML templates and Python code with Jinja 2, I covered how to make if statements with an end if and an end for, and I think we have to do an end with over here, end with as well. So you guys can watch that tutorial for in depth, but so basically we're opening with messages as, and then we're gonna have the inbuilt flash function with flask get flashed messages, and with categories equals to true. Make sure that's true because we're passing it with categories over here. So then we're gonna go back, and then if messages, so it will check if there are actually any flashed messages, and then for category comma message in messages, then it will just do a bootstrap alert. So alert category margin 5, and then message. So that should work for the alert. So if this is getting a bit complicated for you guys, and if you guys run into any errors, the link to my Discord server will be in the description. And in my Discord server, you guys can DM me for the code or any help at any time, because most of the time I'm free unless I'm at school. So let's check if this works. Let's run this. So let's run this and let's go. So we can go back to register this time. So join today. So let's check if the validation works. So my username is less than 2. So username is too long or short. Please make sure the username is more than 2 and less than 20 characters. So let's put this as a really long username. And same error, no difference. And let's add something proper like Sasha B. What? Okay, Sasha B. And some test1@gmail.com. And let's just mix the passwords up. Passwords don't match. So that's some basic forms and validation. So again, my Discord server link is in the description. You guys can DM me for help or the code. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And next episode, we are gonna be learning how to use databases, which is personally my favorite part of this Flask series. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Blah blah blah. And without further ado, I'm out.